Nam yo ho ning ge cho 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 nam yo ho ning ge.
Hi, I'm Margaret, and this is the channel where we take Buddhist philosophy and practice and apply them to the problems of everyday life. And you know, I've been asking you all for possible topics, and I got one this week. So our topic's going to be know how to stop dwelling on negative experiences. And I received a question, quote, how can I stop dwelling on brooding, hurtful conversations with people from past relationships? Little things, a tiff, being cut off in traffic, something like this is easy to let go. But when we have a deep feeling of betrayal, then the content of our life has become our curriculum, and the potential for growth is much more profound. It may well be a situation you don't prefer, but some of our lessons are exactly that. The universe is always asking us to grow through whatever curriculum we attract. So ask yourself, ask the Gohanzen, what do I need to learn here? And I want to ask you, what has been the benefit to you of this kind of brooding? Some people replay hurtful situations for friends who will sympathize with them, empathizing with them being the victim and validate their point of view. But if we look at it from a Buddhist point of view, holding on to this kind of resentment is creating a cause for a future effect. I think that when you find yourself starting to dwell on this kind of resentment, you need to ask yourself, do I want to create this kind of future for myself? A future I don't want? We know that our thoughts control our feelings, so holding on to this resentment is creating a hurtful quality of life for you as the person holding the resentment. When we hold on to a resentment, even if we don't want revenge, it's like picking up a hot coal, expecting the other person to be burned. Because when we have resentful thoughts, there's an element of punishing another. Unfortunately, the person who's being punished is the person holding the resentment. So take those hurt feelings to the Gohanzen and pour them out there instead. Now, you know as a Buddhist that the person who has hurt you will meet the effects of that action sometime in the future, as their behavior has set the karmic seeds for that future in their life. So they're never off the hook of experiencing the consequences of their behavior. When we're able to let go of the resentment, we're not condoning the behavior or saying their behavior doesn't matter. We're doing it for ourselves in order to be free. To apply another Buddhist principle here, chant for the person who has hurt or betrayed you. Chant for their happiness. It may seem almost impossible and too difficult at first, but the wheels of change will be set into motion. Either you will change, or the other person will, or you'll come to understand the underlying reality of the situation and possibly why that person behaved in the way they did. Since you're chanting about the situation, take any action that comes to you to take. Some of these situations work out in ways you absolutely cannot imagine. Now, we also know that we are spiritual beings living in a human experience. We know that everyone, even the person who said hurtful things to you, has a Buddha nature. We also know that we're all at different levels of awareness and we're here to learn lessons. Someone who is hurtful is clearly exemplifying unskillful behavior. So, chant to be able to see this person differently, to be able to separate the spiritual being from their unskillful behavior. Most important, you will transform into a person able to chant even for those that express negative feelings towards you. And that definitely shows generosity of spirit and compassion and growth towards enlightenment. So, in summary, today we applied Buddhist principles to the problem of how to stop dwelling on brooding, hurtful conversations with people from past relationships. And our main points: first, that everyone has a Buddha nature and is a spiritual being having a human experience. That the content of your life, the hurtful experience, has become your curriculum to grow towards enlightenment. That resentment hurts the person who carries the resentment. That the person who hurt you has set the karmic seeds to meet the consequences of their behavior in the future when the time is right. So they're not off the hook. And letting go of the resentment frees us. So to help with that, separate the spiritual being from their unskillful behavior. And finally, when we chant for the happiness of someone who hurt us, either we change, they change, or you come to understand the underlying cause of the situation. As always, I'm constantly interested in what you're thinking and topics you might be interested in hearing about. I answer questions by email, and when a question comes up that I've gotten several times, I may well do a vlog about it. So you can always reach me at margaret@margaretblaine.com. And I'll see you at the first week of next month.